3 forms, 1 deadline, and if you're 55 or older in Ocean County, missing any one of them could cost you $4,000 this year alone. I'm going to show you exactly what Stay NJ, PAS-1, and ANC-1 are, and the 3 mistakes I see Ocean County homeowners make every single week at closing tables. Stick with me for the next 10 minutes, and you'll know exactly what to file, when to file it, and what to do before you ever think about selling. If you own a home in Brick, Toms River, Lakewood, Barnegat, Jackson, Point Pleasant, Seaside, Lavallette, anywhere on the shore, this video is for you. I'm Joseph Haber with Our Shore Real Estate, and I sit at Ocean County closing tables every single week. I'm not your accountant, this isn't legal advice, but I see exactly where homeowners are getting tripped up in 2026. And right now it's these 3 forms. So let's start with the newest one, Stay NJ, because that's where most of the money is being left on the table. Stay NJ is the newest property tax relief program in the state, and it's the most misunderstood. It's designed specifically for senior homeowners, meaning age 65 and older, with household incomes under the state's threshold. When it's fully phased in, the program is designed to cut your annual property tax bill roughly in half, up to a cap the state sets each year. Here's what most people get wrong, and I hear this in my office almost weekly. Stay NJ is not automatic. You don't get it just because you turned 65. You don't get it just because you've been in your home for 30 years. You don't even just get it because you've been receiving anchor checks for the past few years. None of that triggers Stay NJ. You have to apply, and you have to apply through the right form, which we'll cover in the next chapter. The other thing to understand right now is how Stay NJ relates to 2 other benefits you may already know, the senior freeze and the anchor program. They are not separate paychecks. The state coordinates all 3 benefits and pays you the largest single benefit you qualify for. So if you're sitting at the kitchen table adding Stay NJ plus senior freeze plus anchor and expecting 3 checks, that's not how it works. We'll come back to the math in chapter 4. Now, PAS-1. PAS-1 is the form, Stay NJ is the program. PAS-1 is the application that gets you into it. Think of it this way. Stay NJ is the door, PAS-1 is the key. One does not work without the other. What's actually nice about PAS-1, and this is a real upgrade, is that it's a combined application. When you fill out PAS-1, the state uses it to determine which benefit you qualify for. Stay NJ, senior freeze, or anchor. Then they pay you the largest one. In past years, seniors had to file 3 separate applications, each with its own forms, deadlines, and instructions, and hope they got every detail right. Now it's 1 form. The state does the math, but there are 3 things you absolutely have to know about PAS-1. First, the deadline. New Jersey sets it each year, and missing it is the single biggest mistake I see across Ocean County. Miss the window by even 1 day, and you wait a full 12 months for the next opportunity. That's 12 months of relief gone, and there's no late filing, no appeal, no exception. Second, gather your documents before you sit down. You'll need your prior year property tax bill, your most recent income tax return, proof of age, and proof of New Jersey residency. If you have all 4 ready, the application takes about 30 minutes. If you don't, it can take days of hunting through paperwork, and you risk a typo or a mismatch that delays the benefit. Third, and this matters most for the audience watching this video, if you sold your home mid-year, or you moved within New Jersey, or you're planning to do either in 2026, the form gets significantly more complicated. The state prorates your benefit based on how much of the year you owned the qualifying home. That's a situation where I'd strongly recommend sitting down with your CPA before you file. Next, ANC-1. The anchor benefit is the property tax rebate most New Jersey homeowners already know. If you've been receiving anchor checks or direct deposits the last few years, you're already in the system, and that's good news. What changed is this. The state now uses a confirmation form called ANC-1 to verify your information is still current. Your address, your filing status, your bank account, if you take direct deposit, anything that affects how and where the state sends your benefit. The reason they added this step is straightforward. People move, people refinance, people switch banks, spouses pass away, and the old system was sending checks to addresses and accounts that didn't exist anymore. Money was getting lost. For most people who haven't had any major life changes in the past year, ANC-1 is a quick confirmation. 5-10 minutes, you verify the information on file is still correct, you submit, you're done. But for the folks who have had changes and at our age, life changes happen, sometimes more than we'd like. ANC-1 is the form that keeps your money flowing without interruption. Don't ignore the letter when it shows up in the mail. One more important point. If you're 65 or older and you're filing PAS-1 this year, the state coordinates that filing with your anchor record automatically in most cases. You don't necessarily need to file ANC-1 and PAS-1 separately. But if you're under 65 and only qualify for anchor, not stay NJ, then ANC-1 is your form. PAS-1 is for the senior package. Now the part that nobody explains clearly, and the part where I see the most frustration. Stay NJ, senior freeze, and anchor do not stack on top of each other. The state runs the math behind the scenes and pays you the largest single benefit you qualify for, with Stay NJ topping up the others if Stay NJ is the bigger number. Here's a practical example. Let's say you're 67 years old, you've owned your brick home for 25 years, and you qualify for all 3 programs. Anchor might be worth $1,500, senior freeze might be worth $2,000, Stay NJ might calculate out to $3,500. The state doesn't send you $7,000. They send you $3,500, the largest number, because Stay NJ absorbs and replaces the others when it's bigger. Is that worse than getting all 3? Yes, on paper, but the system used to be even more frustrating, with seniors filing 3 applications, getting 3 different determinations, and often missing 1 entirely. The new approach is simpler. You file 1 PAS-1, the state calculates all 3, and they pay you the best one automatically. What this means for you: stop adding the programs together in your head when you're estimating your benefit. Look at whichever one is largest, and that's roughly what you can expect. 3 mistakes I see at the closing table or in conversations every single week. Mistake number 1, assuming you're auto-enrolled. You're not. Even if you got an anchor check last year, even if you've been in your home for 40 years, Stay NJ requires its own application through PAS-1. Assumption is the most expensive word in real estate, and it's especially expensive here. Mistake number 2, filing late. The deadline is not a soft target. It's not a guideline. Miss it, you wait 12 months for the next window. I've watched seniors lose $3,000 or $4,000 in a single year because the form sat on the kitchen counter for 2 extra weeks. Mistake number 3, and this one's the most expensive of all: selling your home without telling your accountant about your benefit status. If you sell mid-year, your relief gets prorated based on how long you own the qualifying home that year. Don't claim correctly, and you can leave thousands on the table, or actually owe money back to the state at tax time. I had a Tom's River seller last year leave $1,700 on the table because they listed in May without flagging their senior free status. That's a real number from a real closing. If you're thinking about selling in 2026, and I talk to a lot of homeowners on the shore who are, talk to your CPA and your real estate agent before you list, not after the offer comes in, before. Here's your homework for this month. 4 steps. 1, pull last year's property tax bill. 2, pull your most recent income tax return. 3, go to the New Jersey Division of Taxation website and confirm the current PAS-1 deadline, because the state sets it each year and it can shift. 4, if you're even thinking about selling this year, pick up the phone and have a conversation with both your CPA and a real estate agent who actually knows the local market. Not the week before you list, now, while you still have time to plan. A weekend of work could be worth thousands of dollars in benefits and avoid even larger mistakes at closing. If you're in Ocean County and you want to talk through your specific situation, filing, selling, or just understanding what you actually qualify for, my number's on the screen. No pressure, no sales pitch, just a conversation. If this video helped you, hit subscribe so the next one finds you. Thanks for watching.